Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm also available in a beefcake calendar. Have you seen those going around?
Yeah.
Who would have thought a few years we were all looking at pictures of the girls on calendars?
Yeah.
Now they have, right? How many of you women have bought one? You know what? Come on. Today, a bookstore has more buns than McDonald's. I'm just checking you out. By the way, before I get into gear, NBC has asked me to announce that all the money taken in from the tour today will be used to buy something on the tour worth seeing. Anyway, I welcome you to Burbank. We say every night we're from Hollywood. We're really not from Hollywood. It sounds more glamorous. Hollywood is a little difficult to explain. It's kind of a laid-back community. Let me put it this way. You show me one other community where you would have a salad bar in a left-turn lane. How many of... No, don't encourage this kind of material. Speaking of Hollywood, Michael Jackson had his star put on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. 6,000 people showed up at 12:30 today. If you want to go see the Michael Jackson star, let me give you directions. It's easy. You go to the corner where the pedestrian crosswalk says, moonwalk and don't moonwalk. Booze, you got in free. What do you want? I should boo you. You got to boo. Funny thing about Hollywood, when he showed up wearing the epaulets and the sash and the one glove and the sequin stuff, Hollywood, they said, look, Pat Boone. Anyway, we are, as I have mentioned before, in television in sweep months. You probably have noticed, you've been watching your shows, they spice them up with sex this month to get big ratings. Now, NBC, our own network, has a TV movie on tomorrow that doesn't quite make it. I think they're pushing it. Helen Hayes, as a Valley call girl, it's called Dial 818 for Granny. Now, back to you, sound that, sir. Anyway, President Reagan, I guess, is still up at his ranch in Santa Barbara, and the president is participating in a program up there to stop rural theft. He's a good citizen as he is, and he spent the day putting ID numbers on all of his equipment. And Nancy was up all day sewing name tags for the cattle. I'm not making this up. This president himself spent 2 hours today, personally, attaching an alarm to the ignition of leaf blower 1. Reagan went out to the barn today with his axe, and the turkey said, "You promised me with me there with you." You know how turkeys talk. Turkey said, "You promised me before their election there wouldn't be any cuts." That was the joke. Some sad show business news. Yes.
What?
Marie Osmond is having a trial separation from her husband. In case you folks don't know what a trial separation is, first you separate, then you go to trial. Boom! We don't fool around. Here's a joke. Bing! No, I like that, Maria. She's a very conservative, though. You know, on her wedding night, she made her husband wear oven mitts. Anyway, I've certainly enjoyed this little get-together. We have a good show now. Robert Blake is here. We have a new young comedian on the show. First time, Louis Anderson is with us. So stay where you are, and we'll be Thank you. Is there not it's only the first, I'm getting a little, is there a full moon or something?
Yeah. You are working like a lounge act, though.
Did you know?
Balloon is here.
Hurry up. Did you know earlier today McDonald's sold their 50 billionth hamburger? Now, a lot of their competition wonder how they exactly knew, but I suppose they figured they've been in business so many years, sold so many burgers, and this 50 billion hamburgers. You know how many million that is? That's 50,000 million hamburgers. Anyway, the McDonald's chain has released some interesting facts. I know you are waiting to hear these facts. Annually, they sell 435 million pounds of ground beef. They say equal to a herd each year now, to a herd of 435,000 cows each year. McDonald's annually sells 32,000 pounds of pickles, equal to the weight of 5 Saturn V rockets. Reagan likes those things, huh?
Well, if you pile them all up, there'd be a Saturn rocket.
They sell 3.4 billion buns, enough to circle the globe 8.7 times. Now, here's a strange statistic. A new McDonald's opens every 18 hours somewhere in the world.
Wow.
In the time it takes to say this sentence that I'm reading right now, McDonald's has sold about 2,000 hamburgers. Just in that period of 10 seconds. The original Ronald McDonald, do you know who that was?
Oh.
I did not know.
It's on a trivia game, I think.
NBC Today Show weatherman Willard Scott was the first.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Willard be a little large to be Ronald?
Yes.
Now, if you invested in McDonald's some years ago, you were a very bright person. In 1965, 100 shares of McDonald's stock were worth $2,250. Today, their value, $190,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we found some interesting facts relating to McDonald's and to the fast food industry in general.
Yes.
If you piled up 1 million McDonald's hamburgers, you would have a stack over 1 foot tall. You're going to get a call about that, Fred? Mr. DeCordova, I told him not to do that. They're going to call.
It's all in jest.
It's all in jest. This is a jest, McDonald's. Tell the lawyer that when he shows up. This is a jest, too. The 40 billionth burger was served to Tip O'Neill. Tip was also served the 25 billionth burger and everyone in between. The idea for McDonald's popular new chicken item came from Pete Rose. Not generally known. One day as he was playing first base, ball took a bad hop and hit him. As he fell, he screamed, "Oh, my McNuggets." Recently, Los Angeles passed a clean air ordinance for fast food restaurants. On hot days, Bob's Big Boy is required to put his arm down. Speaking of that, the original Bob's Big Boy statue was not a success. It had Bob holding a tray of sheep neutering tools. They said, "Get that down." The biggest Big Mac of all time was 20 feet in diameter. The biggest Whopper was when Reagan said he wouldn't raise taxes. Now, I don't know how many McDonald's franchises there are around the world, but the toughest McDonald's franchise in the world is on the waterfront in Singapore. A cow and a chicken are each given a switchblade, and the loser is served out through the drive-through window. More interesting facts. Wendy's spokeswoman, Clara Peller, was once arrested for hiding inside baseball pitcher Jim Palmer's underwear drawer and screaming, "Where's the briefs?" Interesting fact. More men than women order onions on their burgers. And if you wait in a grocery line long enough, every one of those guys will stand an inch from your face and bitch about the Rams. Over 7 million tons of Brill cream stain the little paper hats worn by fast food clerks. The original speaker at Jack in the Box was shortened several feet when a carload of librarians complained about talking into a clown's groin. The International House of Pancakes lives up to its name. The managers are American, the kitchen help is Mexican, and the owners are Japanese. The famous bell ringer Quasimodo opened a Kentucky Fried Chicken outlet in France, but it turned off too many customers because of its slogan, "Hump Lickin' Good." A person could easily survive on a diet of nothing but fast food, and any guy who is married to a Jewish princess does. In 1949, a female clerk let Ronald McDonald have it his way, resulting in the first paternity suit. And those are few facts. Paternity suit.
All in jet.
All in jet. Now, look, let me do. You hate to have to do a disclaimer about something that people, I think, any intelligent person would realize is in jest.
Yes.
But sometimes when you're talking about companies, their sense of humor evaporates right in midair. I remember Sarah Lee very well.
Oh, yes.
All
Indeed.
because.
Yeah.
No, maybe I'll tell the studio audience
Yeah.
later. No, we'll get in trouble. We'll be back with Robert Blake. What were you on the phone about, Fred?
Well, we were moving a commercial which
Oh,
had to do with fast food.
There was a commercial directly adjacent to this piece of material we just did. We moved just to. It was for Burger King, which is a good place also. They're both fine.
Yes.
They're both swell people.
Yeah.
And both have fine lawyers working for them. Whom have great senses of humor, so I'm
Yes.
sure we won't hear from them. Actually, go out and start my car, will you? I'm coming out right. My first guest is a good friend. I like Robert Blake. He's a wonderful actor. He won an Emmy for Beretta. He is currently working in a 2-hour TV pilot called Helltown, which will air right here on NBC sometime, as they say. They never say when. Networks do not like to commit themselves too far in advance. It's in January. Would you welcome Robert Blake? Well, I tell you, I'm kind of honored. The black suit tonight, huh?
As to whether or not it airs,
What's that?
we leave that open to question.
Well, it'll air.
Maybe sold to HBO, maybe sold to Italy for mandolin picks. We don't know what they're going to do.
I see you have that wonderful positive attitude as you usually do about your work. Anyway, what's the occasion?
This is, well, I've just rushed over from the set. How many times have you heard people say that when they come on
Just
the show?
didn't have time to
I just
change.
have a minute. I'm sorry, I can't stay on the couch. I've got to get back to the set.
You don't have to get back to the set, huh?
No, I got, as a matter of fact, there's a guy downtown with a black suit walking around. He can stay there all night.
Okay, now.
I'm doing this project called Helltown, UC. And I'm playing a priest,
Now,
UC.
before you go any further.
Before I go any further, get the lawyers.
I know. I think what goes on in your head at times.
You
even
do?
though you don't. Even though
I
you
want
don't.
you to talk to my head man.
I know. Even though you don't, I think
Go.
we're simpatico. You told me here 2 or 3 years ago, after
Yes,
you
sir.
finished either Beretta, you said, I will never, ever do another television series for those guys in the suits.
Yes.
Right, now you're doing a series.
Well, you see, what happened was I went off to be a movie star,
Right.
and I blew that. Then I decided to become a gentleman of leisure and enjoy my millions. And I got divorced, which blew that. Probably you have some
Empathy,
simpatico in that area.
Some empathy.
So when the bread went, I found myself back down at 5th and Los Angeles, leaping from building to building in a single bound.
Of course. You go where the work is, right?
That's right.
Right.
You know, I'm going to have
But that's
one of
not
those
corrupting.
Hollywood stars.
Yeah.
Only I'm going to have mine down at 5th and Los Angeles
That would be nice.
with a little wino barf on it.
That'd be nice. You could start a whole new thing for real mavericks in the business. You put your star down, you know.
Yes.
Figueroa,
Right.
or something like that.
Mayor Ugats, I want a star at 5th and Los Angeles.
So you're leaping.
He's the mayor of 5th and Los Angeles.
No.
That ain't the mayor of Los Angeles.
Now you've played an undercover agent. You played a detective, Joe Dancer.
Yes.
Right, and now you're playing a priest.
A priest, yes.
Is that
I'm playing a priest.
a great departure from you?
Well,
I will venture you played a priest undercover on Beretta once.
yes,
clergyman.
I probably have been a priest undercover off the camera, too. I'm very familiar with, one of my first failures in show business was as an altar boy, you see. I never made it.
Were you? That's right, you are, Captain.
I tried, but I couldn't remember the Latin, and I don't know, I ate all the wafers or something. I did something wrong. Anyway, I didn't make it.
You ever been to the Beverly Hills Catholic Church? They have a wine list at communion. I just wanted to sneak that in anyway.
See your wine.
No, listen. That's all. Now wait a minute.
In jest.
Wait a minute. While I'm doing cop-outs, that's also in jest.
Yes.
And the Catholic Church also has very big lawyers.
Yes.
Also has a great sense of humor. This may happen all during the show tonight. So, did you like being an altar boy?
No, I mean, I failed at it. I never got to Sunday. I failed somewhere on Friday rehearsal. But I'm playing a priest named Noah Hardstep Rivers in East L.A., and it's a show called Helltown, and there's no point in plugging it because it may never get on the air.
Don't say that. No, you must think positive.
Well, I must also tell the truth, or...
Well, why do you say it may not get on the air?
Well, because, you see, we have several
I sound like
problems.
Merv Griffin often. Why do you think it won't get on the air? Why is it? Griffin does that all. Why does it get on the air?
The network is yelling, you see. They're saying you can't have a priest kiss a girl.
Well, that's good. That's good. We'll be right back. We have a fashion show with Oscar de la Anyway, we've covered now your new show, the fact that you messed it up as altar boy.
Well, just let me explain why it may not go on the air, you see, just
All right.
briefly. And I'm not plugging the show, like I say, because it ain't going to be on until 1999, and maybe not at all. But somehow or other...
This must make the people who are putting the money up on this project rather...
Yes, that's my friend Brandon.
Oh, Mr.
You
Tartikoff.
know my old friend Brandon? Hi, Brandon. Anyway, Brandon decided to unleash old Crazy Horse again on television. And somehow or other, some member of my company, my entire staff who works for me, neglected to send a script to Standards and Practices. Now, you know what they are.
Yes, it's
They
like
count bullets and do all those things, tell you what you can't see because you're invalids and you have to be watched. Anyway, somehow or other...
I think it actually says that in the contract.
They didn't get a script. So...
You're going to go get them, huh?
we wound up shooting, and all of a sudden, Standards and Practice, after I've been shooting for a week or so, they got the script. And they said, well, this priest can't punch people in the face. He can't drink beer. He can't kiss the girl.
Well, priests do drink beer, right, Father Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Father Jack is up watching. Are they on?
So that's why. I mean, now they don't know what they're going to get until they get it.
Right.
And when they get it, they'll look at it.
Right.
And they'll say, now, what is he doing? Is he just kissing her, or is he literally swapping spit with her or something like that? We've got to check these things out. Not figuratively, but I mean...
Yeah, I understand.
So that's why no one will know until it comes out.
Why would this priest punch somebody out? Isn't that a little...
Well, The truth of the matter is, this is based on a lot of reality that goes on downtown East L.A. and in New York. I know a priest down there that the cops call when there's going to be a gang war. I mean, just serious for 1 second, because there are kids out there shooting each other and stuff like that. They call this priest. Say, Father, will you go down there? And he goes down and gets in the middle of them, and he does what has to be done to keep people from dying. And that's his commitment to his parish. And if he grabs a guy by the collar or steps him back, that's what he does.
All right.
Religion, I don't think, any longer exists in a very quiet place because the world's very busy. So Father Hardstep is that kind of guy. I like what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't put a year and a half in on a project and say, well, this is a joke. It ain't a joke. You know, I mean, I've lived a long life down there in those streets, and I grew up in those streets. And that's all. But, I mean, standards and practices, they'll survive somewhere. They don't have any bullets to count on the show. You know, I mean, A-Team must keep them busy day and night just counting bullets. I don't have any of those. No offense. What do you say, all in jest?
All in jest. That could make a new series. A bullet for Brandon.
A bullet.
Now, let me explain.
All in jest.
All in jest.
All in jest.
Brandon Tartikoff is the president of NBC Entertainment.
Was
also
the,
has
yes,
a
he
great
was
sense
the
of humor.
president at the beginning of this show.
He knows every lawyer in town.
And probably has another job waiting, so we won't worry about him.
Okay, when you fit between McDonald's, the Catholic Church, and Brandon, I may not be back tomorrow night either. So, anyway, what was I going to say? I had something.
What were you going to say?
Have you finished this pilot now?
No, we are in the middle of shooting it.
In the middle.
They may cut the money off tomorrow, and it'll be a very short pilot.
Well, I think it's going to be a winner.
I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so, because I need the job, and I need the money, and I need all the love I can get.
Well, we all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. That's why we're in front of the box.
Are you getting all the love you need?
No, I'm still on the retention program. I'm not getting any love.
Are you out comparison shopping or what?
I don't know.
I mean, you know, you're meeting ladies now. You're single.
I just don't know how to do it, John. I mean,
How about hello? How are you?
Well, but I mean, that's all right. That works. And then you wind up in bed and you say hello, goodbye, and whatever. But I mean, to go off in the sunset with the candles and that old-fashioned square stuff, I mean, you know, I'm still looking for June Allison and Van Johnson kind of stuff. You don't know what that is, but that's from the old.
You're a romantic at heart.
Yeah, I really am. Yeah. I really am.
Don't you find a girl that just likes to go to a candlelight dinner, a candlelit dinner, or kind of loot dinner, or a candlelit dinner, candlelit dinner? What am I talking about? And just talk about what do you talk about?
Maybe I was just born to play this priest. I don't know. Sometimes I think.
Have you thought of becoming a priest?
I need to go out with a woman about 80 or 90 years old, and then go to bed with her granddaughter. It'll work out just right.
Good. That's good. That's good thinking. That's good.
No, I mean, I got so many miles on me from starting when I'm 2 years old that literally, I mean, I need old people to be with to talk about the things that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And when you get somebody my age or younger, they ain't really been where I've been and done what I've done.
Why don't you on a weekend go down and cruise Sun City?
And wait for a granddaughter to come
Hey,
and
Granny,
visit.
hey, look at the car.
I'm just trying to make suggestions. You know that.
That's my problem. I find a woman that just really looks beautiful and I'm attracted and all like that stuff, and I walk up and in 10 minutes we're out of conversation.
Oh.
Whereas if I could get around, you know, Helen Hayes or I don't know how old, I'm just saying somebody who's been where I've been.
Yeah.
Not the great traveler, but how many people were. I mean, I was working during the Depression. I was working during the Depression.
Yeah. Winnie Ruth Judd would have been good for you.
Yeah.
We'll take a break and
Mom's
we'll be right
baby,
back. That's right. Okay, thank you, Doc. My next guest. Good. My next guest is named Louis Anderson. He's a comedian. He's making his first appearance on national television. And he's going to be opening tomorrow night in Las Vegas, the new Comedy Store at the Dunes Hotel, and he'll be there through Sunday night. Would you welcome, please, Louis Anderson. Louis.
I can't stay long. I'm in between meals, so bear with me. I was just at McDonald's and all those statistics just changed. So. I went shopping today. What's this one size fits all stuff? Being in California, being fat, and try to get into this California life. Went to the beach the other day. Every time I'd lay down, people would push me back into the water. Hurry up, he's dying. And the bums down at the beach, always coming up to you, those guys. Hey, buddy, could you help me out with a sandwich? Well, sure, where is it? Of course, what brought me to California was the Olympics. I was